Hey, in this video, I'll walk you through the process of setting up Kali Linux using VirtualBox. First, we'll start with installing VirtualBox and the required extensions. After, we will download Kali Linux and then we'll start setting up everything we have downloaded till there. At last, I'll also tell you how to add a user with your name. Before starting the video, I want to say something. This is my first video here and I'm thrilled to be part of this fantastic YouTube community. If you enjoy learning tech, hacking and cybersecurity content, then you're in the right place. And also, I want to make you a promise. Yes, I want to make you a promise right from the start. The promise is very simple. I am committed to bring the best content on web application penetration testing. In my upcoming videos, you will see topics like cross-site scripting, SQL injection, CSRF, authentication security, and so much more. I'll start working on the promise right from this video onwards. So please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell icon so you never miss any of my future videos. The first step is to install VirtualBox, which is a very powerful virtualization platform. First, go to Google and type VirtualBox. In the first link you see. At the time of recording this video, this is the latest version, VirtualBox 7.0. On the left side, you can see download options. Click on it. Here, you can see multiple download options. So, download the version suitable for your operating system. If you are using Windows like me, then click on Windows host option, and an exe file will be started downloading. After, scroll down here, you will find VirtualBox extensions pack. Download it by just clicking on it. And for the latest version of VirtualBox, it requires Microsoft Package Installer. I'll provide the link to the website in the description, so download from there. So this is how website looks like. Scroll down. So if you are using 64-bit operating system like me, then click on this and exe file will be started downloading. I already downloaded this file, so I'm not downloading for now. So now we have downloaded all the required extensions and VirtualBox. The next step is to download Kali Linux. Again, go to Google and type Kali Linux. Open the first link you see. Kali Linux is the most used operating system by hackers. You all know that, right? Okay, now here you can see download option. So click on it and it will take you to this page. Here you can see two options available. First option is installer image and second is virtual machines. So I recommend you to download virtual machines. So click on it and here you can see it is available for both 64 and 32-bit operating systems. Mine is 64 and I will download 64-bit Kali Linux image for VirtualBox. So just click on this. It will automatically download Kali Linux image. It may take some time depending on your internet speed. Now we have successfully downloaded all the necessary files. So let's begin the setup process. So here you can see all the downloaded files. First, double click on this Microsoft installer package to start installation. I agree and install. And yes, so now it will start installation and setup was successful. Close it. After that, run VirtualBox executable file and follow the installation steps. So click on next and next. Yes, install. Now it will start installing all the files and finish. This is how it looks like after the initial installation. The next step is to import the VirtualBox extension pack, which is very important. So click on this three dots icon, come to extension tab and install. So select the file where you are downloaded. So open it and install. Scroll down, 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 and down. I agree. Now we have successfully installed the extension pack. The next step is to extract and set up Kali Linux. So let me minimize it. So I'll copy this or I'll cut this file to my Linux folder to keep things organized. I'll paste it here. Here you can see I have many folders. So I'll extract with this WinRAR. So right click on WinRAR and extract here. It may take some time to extract. Wait for the process to complete. As you can see, the file has been successfully extracted and it created a new folder. So open the folder and you will find two images. So double click on this blue image. It will automatically open the VirtualBox and set up Kali Linux. And that's it. The Kali Linux is now ready. Before starting the Kali Linux, we need to modify some minor changes. Click on the settings icon, go to the system option. You will see the default base memory is set to 2048 MB. Increase it around 356 MB or similar value like this. So I'm increasing this. Now come to the processor tab. The default number of processor is 2. Increase it to 3 or 4 for smoother experience with Kali Linux. So I'm increasing it to 3. Next, go to the network option, which is very crucial because many people face errors in this phase, like invalid IP address or bridge IP address is not shown properly, like that. For that, you need to go to adapter to tab and attach this to bridge adapter. So bridge, and now click OK. Now we have configured Kalinex correctly. Let's boot it up. Here you can see the Kalinex is been booting up. This is how it looks like when Kalinex is booting. So hit enter. The default credentials to login are Kali and Kali. For both username and password, enter Kali. So username is Kali and password also Kali. Hit enter. Boom, we are in. So here you can see its screen is not up to the our display ratio. To fix this issue, so simply minimize and maximize it. Now the issue has been solved. Now that we have successfully logged into Kalinex, let's learn how to add a user with your name. In Kalinex, the default non-root user is Kali. We'll add a user with your chosen name. First, update the Kalinex. To update Kalinex, open the terminal. I'll just increase this font size. So to update the Kalinex, just type sudo apt update and hit your password. So now it will start updating all the repositories. After updating the Kalinex, so type this command sudo add user and name of the user you want to add. For example, I want to add a username RootScript and I'll hit enter. Now you will be prompted to enter a password for the user. Provide the password and remember it. And I'm typing my password and retype it. And one more thing to say is password you are entering right now is not visible, but it's actually saved. So enter and enter and now hit Y to save all the information. So now we have successfully added a user with your chosen name. To log into your account, first you need to log out from the current account. Further, just close this tab and hit this our logout icon. You will be logged out from the current account. And now log in with your chosen username and the password. And that's it. We have logged in successfully. The next step is to hack your friend's social media accounts. Hey, just kidding. That's highly impossible. In my next video, I'll show you how to use Nmap for pen testing and finding vulnerabilities using it. Until then, stay tuned to the channel.